All right, everyone. Welcome to the StockPickProfits.com live market update. It is January 9th, 2019, Wednesday. So let's get the day started here. Let's talk about the disclaimer first. Before we get started on the show, always read the disclaimer. Guess why? There's important information in there because past performance is no indicator of future performance. We are not registered investment advisors. Always consult a professional before making investment decisions. Nothing in this show is an offer to buy or sell any security. This show is for entertainment purposes only. So let's go ahead and get started. We got a good show today. We're going to give you 3 stocks for 2019, and these are winners. We're going to give you a biotech, we're going to give you a penny, and we're going to give you a FANG stock, all right? We're going to track these through the whole year, and we'll see how well they do. And I'll get into that in just a second. But so we'll start with this little picture here. We kind of stole it off CNBC. Sorry, CNBC. Call your lawyers. But Trump calls meeting with Chuck Schumer and Nancy Pelosi a total waste of time after he storms out. Now, this is interesting. Trump evidently walked into the room, did not like the response he got from Nancy Pelosi, and said, then we have nothing to talk about, and he walked out. You know, the Democrats are jumping all over that, right? They're saying, temper tantrum, blah, blah, blah. But you know what? I think it sums up the situation. If nothing has changed, what are we going to sit there for 20 and 30 minutes and talk about, right? The only thing that can happen in that situation are bad things. They're just looking for sound bites from Trump so that they can shove it up as you know what. So actually, I think he did the right thing. I mean, you know, when you're ready to talk, call me. I'm ready to talk. But if you're not ready to talk, then, I don't know, spend your days more wisely. And so let's kind of get into the rest of the day here. So like I said, we're going to go ahead and give you 3 picks today. Now, as far as the market goes, let's take a look at the old market numbers here. The markets had a nice day today, right? We started off pretty strong this morning as people started dissecting that Fed minutes. And what they found inside of it was Powell and the gang are getting a lot more dovish. They're very aware of the interaction between the rate hikes and the market activity. They're very aware of what's going on with the trade. They're very aware of what's going on with global economies, and they're in tune with it. It's fantastic. They are all over it. So that's good stuff. The markets reacted very well to it. We had a good start to the morning. We did turn a little bit red mid-morning, late in the morning, and we bounced right back up. We've talked to you about that before. You know, that's what we want to see in a bottom building process. Now, we're going on 3-4 days for a market rally, and it's been a nice rally here, nice strong rally. Every time we get the selling coming in, the buyers step in, which is very, very bullish activity. The Dow ended up almost 100 points. It was up a little more than that during the day. I think 150, 160 we're at one point. Another 0.25% there. The S&P couldn't quite get over that 2,600, but it's getting close. That might be where it kind of has a little trouble. So we'll keep an eye on that. We were talking with our membership today that that 2,600 might be a little bit of a resistance area. So rather than, it's easy to get excited and it's easy to get a little over enthusiastic with this market, especially after what we went through for about 8 weeks there. But we just cashed in that 120% on Monster yesterday. That was only about a 4 or 5 day trade. So we're anxious to put that money back to work, especially in a market that looks like it's running really well. But what we don't want to do is buy into a top, right? So we're going to be very careful here. Excuse me. Let me get a little camera adjustment here so I'm looking better. And so we'll play it like that. We didn't open any new positions today. We're still long Home Depot, Walmart. Snap got a little action early, but it bounced back, and we're still long on Twitter. But you know, we're looking for positions, and we've got a hot list. And I think maybe tomorrow we'll get a little softness. We thought we'd get a little softness today, but you know, the bulls are on fire, man. Give them credit. Whatever's going on is working for a change. So look, let's get right into the 3 picks because you know I want to make it a quick show today. It's hump day and all that stuff, so we want to make sure that let me just So let's go ahead and get started. So like I said, we're going to give you 3 picks. Now, look, one of the biggest things we read, you guys know we run ads on Facebook and stuff. It's through the I Love Investing and all that. And so you guys see them and stuff. Like we're like any other company. We advertise, we market. One of the biggest responses you see from people is always, well, if you guys make so much money, why do you need my money? Well, look, let me give you an example. You go to the store, right? You like to eat corn, right? Corn's good. Do you grow corn? Do you pick corn? Do you own a ranch? Do you own a farm? Any of that? You know why you don't? Because you're too lazy to do it. Because you could save a lot of money on corn if you could pick it yourself, grow it and pick it yourself, couldn't you? But you still go to the store and buy that can. Why do you buy that can? Well, you buy that can because you don't want to buy a farm. You don't want to grow corn. You don't want to till the fields. You don't want to get up at 3 o'clock in the morning. What you want to do is just enjoy a bowl of corn, right? So you pay somebody else to do it. It's no different with us, okay? So, but all you naysayers, let's give you something to digest here. Let's give you 3 picks. I'm going to give you 1 penny, 1 biotech, and 1 FANG stock, and we're going to track these together. And at the end of the year, we'll talk about it, okay? So the first one is, okay, first one is OBE. OBE is your penny stock. OBE is beat up company, been beaten down, Obsidian Energy. This thing has been just drilled, man, and the oil crisis did not help, right? It's down around 50 cents right now. It's been it's a pretty nice company and stuff. It's just been through a lot lately, and we really like it right here at 50 cents. And we like to at least get maybe a double or triple out of this over the course of the year. So we're going to put that. There's our first free pick. OBE under 51 cents. Say you don't have a lot of money in your portfolio? There you go. Let's look at the next pick. What is the next pick? Oh my goodness. Let's go with a biotech. Talk about a biotech that's got a pancreatic drug treatment in the pipeline. Let's talk about a biotech that's got a good little frame to the company. Let's talk about a biotech that's got a lot of potential. Let's talk about a biotech that a big bio would love to own. Okay. Let's talk about MBRX. MBRX. MBRX, you buy that under 150. Right now, that thing is trading right at about 140. We like this stock to do huge things over the year. It's got a great pancreatic cancer drug in the pipeline. It just got some great approvals for it. The stock is super cheap. This is an absolute buyout candidate, or it's either going to be a big company based on a huge drug program. So, and then let's go with the FANG stock. You guys want a FANG stock? Let's add a big one in there. Jeff knows who I'm going with. Jeff knows who I like. What's my favorite FANG stock, Jeff? What's my favorite FANG stock? You want a FANG stock? You want a powerhouse in your portfolio? You want probably the best opportunity in your lifetime to buy this stock? You buy Apple. You buy it under 160, okay? In our retirement portfolios, we loaded up the boat, okay, over the last maybe 2 or 3 weeks. And you know what? As long as that bad boy stays under 160, we will keep loading the boat with any extra cash we have. So there you go. You got 3, okay? You've got OBE. Nice little cheap recovery play, oil company, beat up a little bit, got a little behind on its filings, its Edgars and stuff, but things are looking a lot better for it. We have watched this stock for about 3 months, day to day to day. Okay, that's your first free pick. And you got a little biotech in there. We want biotech. We want something good with biotechs. You know, biotechs, nobody plays biotechs looking for 10%. We're looking for 10,000%. We're looking for a company that we buy under $1.50, and some big company like Pfizer comes and buys it for $10 a share. There it is. And then Apple. Let's get a FANG stock in there. Okay, let's get a real stock in there. You buy that under 160 and you'll be okay. Now, every Friday, religiously for the rest of the year, we are going to track these stocks, okay? And Next time somebody tells us, well, you got all that money, why don't you give me a free pick? Well, there you go. Right, Jeff? AJ, we didn't see you yesterday, AJ. Where were you? So look, gang, there's 3 picks. We're talking about the market a little bit. Look, the market is looking really good. It's very interesting the way the market is right now. I like GoPro. Yeah, GoPro is a nice stock. And that's the thing. Look, AJ, Jeff, all you guys, you see, we're talking about these 3 free picks, right? And you guys come right in. And what do? You put in some picks. That's what we like to see, man. Put in some picks. What you guys think? Let's get some conversations going. We like GoPro too. We keep GoPro on our hot list every day because there's always some potential with GoPro. Oh, happy birthday to the wife. There you go. And Jeff knows how that is. Okay. Happy wife, happy life. All right, Jeff? So happy birthday to Mrs. AJ. Thank you, AJ, for mentioning that. But look, you got even more ideas here for some of our regulars. X is U.S. Steel. X is a great company. We've owned U.S. Steel for a long time. We're averaged in, I think, at about $21 right now. We're trying to buy a little bit more because it's nice and cheap right now. We think this trade is going in the direction we want it to go finally. We think the economy, we think things are getting a lot better. So maybe we can get onto some infrastructure programs. The problem we see with X right now is the split Congress. The problem is we need to get an infrastructure bill out there. We need to get all this stuff right in order for steel, right, Jeff? I mean, we need this stuff for steel to work. But if you're a smaller portfolio, this is your opportunity. This is where you poach 5 shares here, 5 shares there, 5 shares there. And then next thing you know, you've got 100, 200 shares. Then it goes back up to 40 and you just doubled your money. Beautiful. That's how you do it. No worries. No worries, AJ. Like I said, I know you like that. Happy wife, happy life, right? So yeah, you know what I mean? And that's how you do it. The same thing with Tilray too. Tilray, very popular mainstream pot stock. You know what I mean? You see the CEO on CNBC all the time. Great stuff, good information. One of the things that people hate about Trump that I really like is his tweeting, because he speaks directly to us. He says what he has to say. You know what I mean? And it's the same way with the guy that runs Tilray. You see him on CNBC and stuff all the time. I like that. You know, don't talk to a press report. Come talk to me. That's what I like. Yeah, I like building the positions. The concrete play, we were going to talk about a concrete play, but we backed off a little bit off that, AJ. We still got it on the board, and we'll talk about it coming up as it gets a little more mature. But right now, if anything with the steel and stuff, you start building your positions because they are cheap right now. And as these things are resolved, like the trade and what steel really needs is an infrastructure bill. I mean, you know, we need infrastructure improvement. We obviously, right? But is this infatuation with impeaching Trump and this infatuation with giving away everything on the board going to supersede helping the American people and fixing our infrastructure? That's what we got to worry about right now. We got this split Congress, and yeah, it's fun to watch. It's entertaining to watch. It's probably the best running joke there's ever been in politics, right? But we could get caught in the middle of that, and we don't want to do that. So yes, the question is, you like steel or concrete now? The answer is yes, both, but not for an instant gainer. Build some positions. Look, with U.S. Steel, you get dividends, right? U.S. Steel is a great stock. We think it's a great company. Ever since they got their management problems resolved about 6-7 months ago, it seems like everything is good. We like Tilray too. Tilray is a fun stock. It's fun to watch, and for you guys like Jeff that play it, it's fun to play. Something that Jeff hasn't mentioned for a while that he was in before is Iridium. That's another one we like. IRDM. That's another one we haven't talked about. And GoPro, like AJ was saying, we watch GoPro every day. GoPro, though, we don't really, there's certain stocks, guys, that you see as something you can buy and hold, right? Like an Apple, like a Google or something like that. But some stocks, you don't want to hold them over the long term, right, AJ? And I always look at Tilray and stuff like that. Their GoPro especially. It's good to trade, but usually not too long. Yeah. They shut it down, man. Oh, Jesse, you missed our thing here for you, Jesse. There you go. How's that, Jesse? We were prepared, buddy. Yeah, you just missed it, Jesse. That's all. Yeah, it looks like there's another stalemate in the government, but yeah, we got another green day, and that's all we care about, right? They keep it shut down as far as we're concerned, as long as the market goes up. I know that sounds merciless, but look, this is a good statement here, AJ, and this is as deep as I'm going to get into politics on this show. That's a good statement. Pelosi said she wouldn't start any impeachment proceedings, and I got to agree with her. I mean, look, why open that can of worms? She's a smart cat, Pelosi. She's been around a long time, and she's very effective. You remember, this is the woman that single-handedly pushed Obamacare through on Christmas Eve at goddamn midnight. She made it happen. Don't underestimate Nancy Pelosi. You know what I mean? So when she says she wouldn't start any impeachment proceedings, I think the rest of them need to listen, because this is a woman that's very seasoned, and she's very, very a good politician. So you don't, if they're smart, they'll listen to her. You know what I mean? But yeah, just like AJ, I'm not buying and holding anymore. Only option forwards going forward. And all you do is you just kind of adjust your option period, right? You know what I mean? When you're getting volatility, you go longer on the contracts. When you're getting nice, strong, consistent movements, you get a little shorter on your contracts. Yeah. I read that good stuff when there was nothing there to change or happen. It's a waste of time. Look, Jesse, we agree with Trump on this one, okay? I mean, I know it's easy to beat Trump up, but we agree. And I don't think it's a temper tantrum at all. I think it's just being pragmatic, which is very, very constant from Trump, right? Very pragmatic. And all it is he walked in, he asked Nancy Pelosi the question. She said no. He said there's nothing to talk about later. He didn't say he wouldn't talk about it, but he's not going to sit there in the room and stare at ankles, right? So that's pretty much what happens. You know what I mean? Better things to do with Trump's time, too. You know what? If he's not actually negotiating, I don't want him in that room with Pelosi and Schumer, because all that's going to come out of that is rumor and innuendo and just a media shitstorm. So we don't want that. So yeah, just like Jeff, you're still holding Iridium. Good. So yeah, let's kind of roll the show out. We kind of got into politics today, which I try to avoid. And we didn't see Greg today. I guess those guys at the office are working so hard right now. I thought we'd see Greg today. I miss my buddy Greg from the office. But hey, Jesse, thanks for stopping by. AJ, Jesse, Jeff, all you guys, man. Let me look at my roster here to see who I'm. Dieguito, how do I say Dieguito? Thank you for showing up for the show, brother. Savati snuck in here and he didn't say anything. Let's see who else we got in here. All right. Okay, I've gone through the roster. Savati, you think you can sneak in here, buddy? Anyways, look, so we kind of talked about the market, and we've talked about the way we think things are going. Again, look, we talked about it when we talked about the S&P 500 chart yesterday. Yes, it's been a very, very beautiful V bottom that we're getting off that Christmas Eve capitulation, but retests are common, so we don't want to get ahead of ourselves. So that's why today we kind of just had a step back day. We let the market kind of operate, and yesterday we cashed in that 4-day and 5-day play for 120% on Monster. So look, we got that fresh powder, but we don't want to piss it away on over exuberance. So you know what I mean? Hey, there you go. And there is your one-liner of the day. Savati, you've got competition, buddy. So Bezos is getting divorced. Is that considered a stock split? You know, I was reading an article about that, Jerry, earlier today. Thanks for reminding me. I forgot all about that and all this other craziness today. But it's so hilarious. They're already talking about this might be the biggest divorce ever financially, right? I mean, think about it. I think Bezos is, what's he worth now? Maybe about $1.5 billion, something like that. It'll be interesting how they split that property, right? So, hey, you know, I want to thank you, Jerry, for that one-liner, man. That really, I'd forgotten about the divorce, and that's a great line. Is that considered a stock split? That is a merger and acquisition that went wrong. Hey, you guys, if you got better one-liners, post them in there. We'll talk about them tomorrow. But so there's your list, okay, gang? There's your list of your 3 picks, okay? For all you guys that complain on the I Love Investing site, if we're so goddamn rich, why don't we give stuff away free? There's your first free one. There's your second free one. There's your third free one, okay? Well, we will track these every week. We will check these every Friday, and we'll see just how well we're doing. We do not avoid accountability. As always, there's a boy. You know, she's not seeing you, okay? And she's not seeing me, Savati. Guys like us don't qualify, man. You know what I mean? We just, how do you get with a woman like that, man? Dude, I'll clean the pool. I don't care. I'll dump the rubbish, man. I'll chew her food for her if she wants, man. And welcome, somebody, man. I saw you hiding in there, man. I knew you were in there. But look, so there's your 3 stock picks, okay? That's, you want something free, there's something free. And like I said, we'll track this every Friday going forward. Other than that, remember too, the disclaimer, we are not registered investment advisors, so these are just for entertainment purposes only, okay? Always consult a professional before you make any investment decisions. Yeah. Oprah for financial advice. Yeah, dude. Man, imagine the buying power in these broads' portfolio, man. Oh my God. Excuse me. They're not broads. I'm sorry. I grew up in the 70s and 80s. Ladies, I apologize. That was actually a term of endearment from my time. But these ladies are, oh my God. How do you meet these girls? You know what I mean? Where do they hang out, man? They don't hang out where I hang out because they're not anything like the girls I meet. Anyways, look, gang, let's call it a day, okay? It was a great show. It was a great time. You know, that market, let's be aware. Let's be very aware, okay? Because that 2,600 looks like it might really be a big hurdle for us. It's starting to size up like that the way. So let's be very careful here. And that's why we didn't open. We've actually got a hot list with some plays we really want to get into, but we didn't open them today because we saw that kind of pause at 20 when it started getting to that 25.90, 20. Men or women's insurance. Don't tell them that. But look, it started to push towards that 2,600 and it just kept pausing. We want to see the normal flow too, right? We want to see 1 shot, 2 shots, either a breakthrough or we'll just go short at that point a little bit, at least not putting any more money on the table. So we were real patient today, and we'll look tomorrow if we get our spot and we see what we like. We're gonna open up some plays and we'll let you know what we play. But for right now, there's your 3 free picks, okay, all you guys. We will absolutely put our money where our mouth is. We own those stocks already, okay? I will be very clear that we own all 3 of those stocks, okay? And we will, let's see if she wants to piss the X off. That's not true, Jerry. You tell him you're an upgrade, buddy. You're an upgrade. Anyways, look, gang, let's call it an afternoon, okay? It was a great show. Thank you guys for making it so much funny. Thank you, Savati, for popping out there in the shadows, buddy. You know, we're setting up a new live room, so we haven't had our live room this week, so I'm really missing you guys. I want you guys to know if Talagu's out there, if Serena's out there watching, Ron, all you guys, Savati, the team, we were talking about it today. There's something missing from the day, and it's that sitting with you guys in the live room and just kind of talking about everything. You go check that out, AJ. That one actually, let me check real quick here. I want to, before I run my mouth. because you know I real run my mom. I don't have a problem with that. Does that one have options? No, that one does not have options. The MBRX. But it's a cheap one, man. That's cheap, dude. At $1.40, anybody can add that to the portfolio. Yeah, it's a great stock. Let me fill you in on this one, guys. This one is got a pancreatic cancer drug that has just had a big presentation, a just big review. This is what the big fish look for when they go poaching. Okay. Like I said, we already, as a service, we have already talked about this in our fast profit formula, and as people, just for full disclosure, we already own all three of those plays, including MBRX. Okay. The next thing we're going to do is start getting the membership into it. Some of the members are in it already, but we haven't made an official call out of it. So there you go. Look, I gave you guys something before it's even official call. So you wanted something free. There you go. Want some value. There you go. So look, let's call it a show. Okay. There's your 3 picks. We'll follow those every Friday. We'll update them and talk about them. All you members, we'll be back in the morning with our pre-market update, and we'll roll from there. It was kind of a paint drying day today, right, guys? Not a whole lot of activity. We just kind of watched what was going on. You bet, AJ, and you keep us updated on that, okay, buddy? But from here on, let's enjoy the afternoon, and let's go ahead and call it an afternoon, okay, gang? So we'll see you tomorrow after the market, guys and girls. Again, be very careful. What we want to do is we want to watch this 2,600 level, okay? If we don't get a breakthrough, then it might be a top. There's definitely something going on at 2,600. Whether it's good or bad, we need it to reveal itself before we make any really, really big decisions, okay? So you guys have a great afternoon. We'll see you back here tomorrow. Hope you got something out of the show. And as always, thank you all so much for joining us. It's good to see you, AJ, Jeff, Jerry, Savate, all you guys. I thought we'd see Greg from the office, but he didn't. They're busy over there. And Jesse, thanks for stopping by today, brother. All of you that are lurking in the shadows, thank you again, too. We'll see you guys tomorrow after the market, all right? Stay safe. Don't forget, watch that 2,600, okay?